In 2025 alone, 20 agencies have shut down. Why? Well, it comes down to three: poor communication, lack of support, and weak crisis handling. Let's start with the poor communication and what it means in this context. Poor communication happens when an agency doesn't clearly communicate with its talents, fans, or business partners. This can lead to misunderstanding, frustration, and public backlash. A great example is Nichi Sanji En. In 2024, Anycolor Inc. terminated Salin Chescu. The company released a detailed public statement explaining its decision, while the performer, after returning as Dokibird, described a very different experience and alleged problems with the management and communication. The conflicting public narratives create confusion and fuel debate throughout the community. Lack of support. When creators feel they aren't received enough support, they may decide to leave. Example, HoloStars. HoloLive have discouraged the collaboration of the opposite gender to stop fans from harassing other members, along with unfair treatment, discrimination towards the HoloStars members. And on April 3rd, 2026, Cover Corp announced they'll stop funding any and all project that is related to HoloStars. After a few months, Cover Corp has talked to the members to discuss future plans, and nearly all the members decided that it wasn't worth being HoloStars. And that's where we are right now at this point. All of this could have been prevented if they could have just let the star members been able to collaborate with the rest of HoloLive, didn't bend to the need to the insecure people, and wasn't so discriminatory against the male members. Then they a second gold mine, but they didn't. And that's where we are right now. Weak crisis handling. What it means that every company eventually faces controversy. Difference is how they respond. A great example is VShojo. Iron Mouse allegations became public. More talents announced their departures over the following days. The CEO later acknowledged the company's financial problems, but by then, public confidence had already collapsed and the agency shut down. So what does this mean? It means that the reason that most agencies fell is because managers from the other VTubers aren't able to communicate properly. That can cause conflict, which leads to drama. Lack of support happens when VTubers aren't given the resources they need to live up to their fullest potential. Weak crisis handling happens when a response makes a situation worse than it needs to be. While these are just few examples, another issues can lead to agency shutdown is popularity, because there's a study that shows that out of the 1,923 VTubers, in the amount of views and revenue that is being earned is mostly concentrated to by only a handful of VTubers. So even if a company agencies avoid all those problems that I've pointed out, the algorithm decides whether people will even see your content or not. I also want to mention is that if the most beloved agencies were shut down and revealed to these sort of corruption, just imagine what HoloLive is hiding. Looking back, I think this video was just my frustration towards the community and not a deep dive whether or not this is a statistic or graph. So I apologize for that. From drama to hate to mass wave of graduations to entire agencies shutting down, from parasocial relationships to lewd tubers encouraging this relationship, it all leads to one question from the very start of the video. When will the last VTuber graduate? Well, in all honesty, I don't know. But it all depends how the rest of the year and beyond plays out. Because if this keeps going on the way it is, with all the drama, parasocial relationships, agencies shutting down, etc., then it's only a matter of time before it becomes a reputation where every time you see a VTuber, it's always something on the same level as high school drama. And people from the outside see from within, see what's happening, and just believe that every VTuber is like this, which reinforces the reputation. And if anyone wants to become a VTuber, sees what's happening and makes a decision in not becoming a VTuber. If it's only one, then it's nothing. But slowly, one becomes two, and two becomes four, then eight. Then suddenly, no one wants to become a VTuber. Because of that, the reputation they have, which causes stagnation. And when no VTubers are debuting, then the remaining VTubers will only dwindle due to whatever causes them to graduate. And slowly over time, as the most famous, iconic, and the well-known VTubers graduate, they are replaced with less known, and so on and so forth, till eventually there's only one. Now, will this future even happen? Absolutely not. Despite how pessimistic it was, it still most likely will not happen. Still, like I said before, there's so much drama, tribalism, and so on and so forth that even Skippy Toilet has a far stable fan base than VTubers ever had. And hot take, what the former members of VSocial went through is what Mr. Boom is currently going through, but worse. Look, I don't want this to end. I love how different VTubers across the world are able to interact, and there's still hope. And it's funny how simple it is. All you gotta do is just delete Twitter. Like 99% of issue happens here, and just ignore the drama. And by the off chance it is significant, pay attention and listen to both sides of the story, and make them be held accountable for their action, and move on. It's that simple. So yeah, that's your answer on the question. This took me a while to finish, and this is just one of 3 projects I have coming up. And if you liked the video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. It will be very appreciated. And with that, I guess I'll see you in the next video. See ya.